Life in SP has been really fun and fulfilling as I get to meet many inspiring people along the way. Right now, I'm the current president of SP Students Union.
Ladies and gentlemen, and here is the 50th SPSU President, Miss Christine Day, to do for a speech. Let's give her a big hand. Christine!
Hi, good evening everyone. On behalf of my organizing committee, I'd like to welcome you all to SPSU Golden Jubilee Dinner to celebrate our 50th anniversary.
In January, we organized SPSU Golden Jubilee Dinner to celebrate our 50th anniversary. We invited many council members from the past 49 years as well as the presidents. It was really a proud moment for all of us, especially for me, as we get to know our SPSU history and its rich traditions. It was an experience that I will never forget.
In our clear winner, SIFE Singapore 2009 is once again Singapore Polytechnic.
I was the president for SP Student Entrepreneur Club, and I was given an opportunity to take part in Students in Free Enterprise or SIFE national competition. We competed with local universities and polytechnics, and we emerged as national champions. My friends and I were given an opportunity to represent SP and Singapore in SIFE World Cup held in Germany. It was an enriching and fulfilling experience as I get to interact with students from all over the world, and we competed with 40 other countries. And we are glad that we managed to place Singapore in one of the top 15 countries with the best social innovation projects. I'm thankful for SP for giving me such a wonderful exposure. Thank you.
Since year one, I have participated in a community service project called the Health Mapping Exercise, which is organized in collaboration with Singapore Heart Foundation. In this project, we conduct free door-to-door health screening for the elderly residents living in 1- and 2-room units. In year 2 and year 3, I took on the leadership role as organizing chairperson of this health mapping exercise. It was a unique and rewarding experience for me because not only was I able to interact with the residents, I was also able to inspire my juniors to take on the same leadership roles as I do. And on top of all this, the house visits taught me that the common language of people everywhere is often kindness and compassion. Overall, it was an awesome experience.
During my second year in Singapore Polytechnic, I was selected and trained to take part in the Philippine Overseas Community Project. The main objective of this project is to do the house wiring project for the villagers who can't afford to install lighting in their houses. Besides that, we also went to the secondary school to teach the students how to use computer software such as Microsoft Word, PowerPoint and Excel. I'm glad I took part in this community service project because I make new friends and learn new culture. In the future, I will do more community service work because I find it more rewarding to give than to take.
Well, during my 3 years stay in SP, I had many memorable experiences. One of such is the Overseas Industrial Training Program. For the program, I went to Makassar, Indonesia during my second year semester holidays. The program consists of a footpath construction meant for the local villagers there, and also we had a student action program where we interacted with the local students in the Polytechnic. We had the opportunity to explore Makassar, where we visited the mountainous area and also experiencing a 2-night stay in the village. During the footpath construction, I managed to implement the things I learned in SP, such as the different techniques of construction. Through this program, I've learned to be grateful of things I have in life, and also I'd like to thank SP for giving me this opportunity.
For my internship, I had the pleasure of working with local composer Joe Ng as music arranger for Kevin Tong's new movie Kidnapper.
一个没有了孩子的父母，他不配有名字，因为他没有负起责任保护他自己的儿子。我就是这个人。
During my course of study at SP, I learned film scoring techniques that I was able to apply while working on the movie. Although I had to work long hours and produce a large amount of music in just a short span of time, I had a lot of fun. Music production is definitely what I want to do as a career, and that's why I joined SP's Music and Audio Technology program.
This is the Symphonic Band Room, a place that brings back many happy memories for me and a place where we come together to make music together. I joined the band in year 1 and I played the trombone. Then in year 2 I was appointed the concert coordinator and I organized 2 concerts, I Believe in Music and Musical Delights. Organizing the 2 concerts was like an extension of my course because in DMC we study about events management. The process was a learning opportunity for me because it taught me to better appreciate how a concert is put together and the different elements that contribute to making an event successful.
I'm in the SP Dragon Boat team since I was in year 1, and one of our proudest moments was winning the Plate Championship during the Sabah International Sprints race in 2009. It was a tough race because we had rowers from other countries like the Philippines, Japan and Malaysia, but we put on a good fight and emerged as the top Polytechnic for Dragon Boat during the race. In addition, we also secured second place for both the Opens category and the Tertiary category for men's in 2008, and that was actually our highlight for the whole 2008. Despite having a small incident where a bumboat actually collided with our Dragon Boat and injuring some of our rowers, we pushed on and we secured the second place.
Welcome to Singapore Polytechnic tennis courts, and this is my second home in SP. I've been very passionate about tennis since primary school, and when I came to SP, in year 1 I represented SP to play in the Poly ITE tennis tournament, and we won gold in that year. Subsequently, in my 3rd year, I was selected as the captain of the tennis school team, and I led my team to win a silver medal. And I'm very thankful that SP has given me this chance to lead my team and to represent the school to bring a medal back.
Find your passion and be aggressive in pursuing your dreams. Remember, no dream is too big to be accomplished.
Over the past 3 years in SP, I've made many friends and they've helped me along the way, and I'll never ever forget them. So one word of advice is to cherish the friendship you've made and stay connected with them.
Although we are graduated from SP, it will always remain a place in our hearts. I hope that we can also contribute back to SP in whatever ways we can as alumnus.
Education is not just about getting good grades, it's also about molding one's character. And I believe SP has given us a holistic education that enables each and every one of us to be well-rounded individuals to take on the real world.
Go where there is no path, where no one has ever ventured to, and leave a trail behind. That is when you become a legend.
Each year, Singapore Polytechnic is proud to honour our top graduates, outstanding individuals who have achieved academic success. This year, we pay tribute to the following 7 graduates who have made their mark with us. Dubbed as the engineering poster boy, Yi Zhengkang has definitely earned this honour. Since the tender age of 11, when he participated in the National Junior Robotics Competition, he was destined for a future in engineering. Today, the former Chongqing High School student is an example for all to follow. Winning the Model Student Award in 2010, he is also the top student in the Diploma in Aerospace Electronics course and recipient of the Lee Kuan Yew Award. Chen Kang says his success of obtaining a perfect GPA score of 4.0 is due to an undying passion for engineering and cohesive teamwork with classmates. The highlight of his studies was a 7-week attachment with an aviation company in China, which proved to be a real eye-opener. Chen Kang has also nurtured a love of community work and contributed to such efforts in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Chen Kang has already been offered a place to study engineering in NTU and NUS. Justin Ross Clark is proof that a mother's love is an empowering and life-changing force. Since young, he had the privilege of being educated in schools in New Zealand and the United Kingdom. But Justin did not push himself to excel until a turning point. Appreciating the challenges his mother faced as a single parent and her sacrifices, Justin made up his mind to work hard. He not only topped the Diploma in Infocom Security Management course with a perfect GPA score of 4.0, Justin also clinched the Lee Kuan Yew Award this year. Having a desire to try new things and his limited knowledge of local food, Justin and his friends set up the Food Connoisseur Club in Singapore Polytechnic, now a popular club with more than 200 members. Today, Justin has accepted the offer to read Arts and Social Science at the NUS and hopes to join the Armed Forces or Police Force one day to give back to society. Armed with an O-level aggregate score of 5 points, Desmond Tian Wei knew his options were limitless. But the former Commonwealth Secondary School student wanted only one thing: to pursue his dream of studying biomedical science in Singapore Polytechnic. In his 3 years at SP, Desmond developed a heart for community service. His commitment and dedication towards the Singapore Heart Foundation's health mapping exercise saw him appointed as the organizing chairman and executive committee mentor, nurturing successes for the program. Even after receiving the Model Student Award in 2009, Desmond continued to balance his studies with his passion to give back to society. Today, with a near-perfect GPA score of 3.987, he receives the Lee Kuan Yew Award. But Desmond's learning journey was not without challenges. He had to cope with the loss of his beloved grandmother. Despite his impending exams, he kept her company during her last days. Desmond has been offered a place in the Yong Lu Lin School of Medicine, NUS. Ong Clinton has come a long way from his days of manning the ice cream shop in Anglican High School. Today, the recipient of the To Chin Chai Gold Medal is setting his sights on a career in law and the food and beverage industry. So how did it all begin? Encouraged by both his siblings who were SP students, Clinton opted to study business administration at SP to further his dream of setting up shop one day. Grounding himself with a strong cause foundation, Clinton headed the School of Business Club, led a student group to Cambodia for community service, and secured an overseas internship attachment in the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East. All of these experiences at SP have made Clinton a mature, confident, and broad-minded individual. With a GPA score of 3.964, Clinton has been offered a place in NTU's double degree Accountancy and Business course. Former Victoria School student Suresh Kumar Sarat first ventured into the world of online commerce at the tender age of 12. Earning US $200 at such a young age ignited his interest in online marketing. He chose to study Business Information Technology at Singapore Polytechnic to master the art of managing academic and life pursuits. As a pioneer student in SP who traveled to the United Arab Emirates for his internship, Suresh was outstanding in his role as an IT webmaster. Building on this stint, Suresh co-founded Creed Media Private Limited, a flash game advertising company, and won a $50,000 grant from Spring Singapore. Today, Creed Media counts big names such as Microsoft, FNN, Singtel, Kaplan, Andersons, and others as its clients. With a GPA score of 3.993, the winner of the Lo Guan On Gold Medal is now looking to join a local university, and we can definitely expect greater things to come from this young man. Hailing from a small town in Malaysia, it was Priscilla Tan's secondary school teacher from SMK Infant Jesus Convent Johor Bahru, who planted the thought of her becoming an architect one day. With encouragement from her aunt, uncle and brother who all graduated from Singapore Polytechnic, Priscilla came to Singapore to take up the diploma in architecture. In SP, Priscilla took on leadership roles in the string ensemble and Campus Crusade for Christ. She coped well with school, despite being away from family and friends back home. She valued the independence that the course offered, giving her the chance to train as a professional. Her fondest memory was attending the 10-day Architecture Association UK-Singapore workshop, where she met fellow architecture enthusiasts from all over the world. With a GPA score of 3.946, Priscilla is the recipient of the Chua Chua Tik Gold Medal. She looks forward to pursuing a degree in architecture, with a specific interest in rebuilding houses in disaster zones. A man who literally drew his successful future is an apt description of this year's Tay Eng Soon Gold Medal winner. Armed with the ambition of being an architect or interior designer, Nick Ng Kuo Feng studied building drafting at ITE before taking the diploma in landscape architecture course in SP. Nick chose to sign on with the police force for a year before Polytechnic to save more money and alleviate the family burden. Despite being a late starter, Nick's talent was soon spotted by his current employer when he was in his second year. Nick's talent for landscape architecture also earned him the post of chairman for his graduation showcase. He graduates with a GPA score of 3.831. Through his journey to success, Nick has remained grateful for the opportunities given to him. He and his coursemates did a landscape design project and donated the income earned to an old folks' home. Nick is now saving up to pursue a degree in landscape architecture in New Zealand or Australia. These top graduates have done Singapore Polytechnic proud, and their journeys will remind others to achieve academic greatness. We wish them the very best in their future endeavours.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony will begin shortly. Please switch off your handphones or put them on silent mode if you have not done so. We have arranged for official photographers to take photos of all graduates receiving their diplomas. There is no need to come to the front to take photographs during the ceremony. I will be inviting you to stand when the academic procession enters and leaves the convention hall. Lastly, dear graduates, please ensure that you have your admission ticket and identity card with you before joining the queue to receive the scroll box on stage. You will be issued with a card log-on ID and password as you leave the stage. Please keep the card as you will need it to place your orders for photos. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our guest speaker, Mr. Alan Yeo Hui Tiong, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the 50th graduation ceremony of the Singapore Polytechnic. This year's graduation is a very special one for Singapore Polytechnic, as we celebrate 150,000 graduates SP has produced over the past 50 years. This 8th session, we will be presenting diplomas and other awards to graduates from the School of Design and the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. To celebrate this special occasion, we would like you to join us and take a nostalgic walk as we reminisce about our graduates who have passed through the doors of SP. We will be screening a video on our graduates with footage from session 1, where our first SP student presented a memento to our 150,000th graduate. Please sit back and enjoy the video.
invite our first SP student, Mr. Lim Chin Ek, to present a commemorative memento to our 150,000th graduate, Mr. Kenneth Chen. Thank you very much, Mr. Lim.
Our guest speaker this afternoon is Mr. Alan Yeo Hui Tiong, Group Chief Executive of Thomson Medical Centre Limited. Mr. Yeo graduated from Singapore Polytechnic with a diploma in architectural draftsmanship in 1978. He holds a bachelor's degree in science building from Herod Ward University in Edinburgh, Scotland, and a master's degree in science in project management from the National University of Singapore. Mr. Yeo is the winner of the Outstanding Entrepreneur of the Year category in the Asia Pacific Entrepreneurship Awards 2009. Mr. Yeo was Director of Operations for National University Hospital in 1992 and Deputy Chairman of the NUH Phase 3 Planning Committee and the Project Manager for its Phase 3 development. It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Alan Yeo Hui Tiong to deliver the graduation address. Mr. Yeo, please.
A very good afternoon to all of you. It's nice to be back in Poly. When I graduated, that was in 1978. At that time, the graduation was held at the Singapore National Theatre. I think today you have wonderful facilities. It's aircon, you don't have to sweat it out. During my time, when we went to receive our diploma, we were all drenched with sweat. This occasion here, I'm very happy to be able here to deliver this address because when I met up with Mr. Tan Han Chong, I met him in one of the SMU events where they released the customer-centric score for service excellence. And I was seated next to him having lunch, and when we exchanged cards and I told him that I was an ex-Poly student, he was very surprised at why an ex-Poly student is now a CEO of a hospital. So he was quite interested to find out, how I became the CEO. And he invited me to be the guest of honor for this event. And the next person that contacted me was, in fact, Mr. Lim Che Yam. Mr. Lim Che Yam and I went a long way. We were secondary school classmates. He went to Poly, he did building, I did architectural. Then I went to Herod, he also went to Herod. So it's a very good reunion. Mr. Johnny Tan, Member Board of Governor, Singapore Poly. Mr. Tan Han Chong, Principal, Singapore Poly. Directors, staff, parents, graduates of the School of Design and School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored today to grace this happy occasion and to deliver this address, especially to all graduates, our future designers and engineers. Let me first congratulate all of you on this momentous achievement. Now, the great architect Le Corbusier, a pioneer in modern design and one dedicated in improving design for better living condition for the crowded cities, wrote that the concern of man and environment are the common problem faced by both engineers and designers. He believed when he designed his modern architectural forms that they will provide a new organization solution that will raise the quality of life for the occupants. Together with the engineers, his design was holistic, covering ease of commuting, good circulation, and park-like green space. He lived from 1887 to 1965. As you can see, his vision then is still very much the vision today that challenges the designers and engineers. Now, you all play a very important role in shaping the future landscape of our country. With the fast pace of technological advancement, information technology, and globalization, there are many skill sets and talents available in the region. And when you put this together, the resultant products will be outstanding. It is quite clear that you cannot do this alone. You must not only shake the hands with the engineer and designer beside you, but you also need to shake the hands of the other graduates from other faculties. Because it is very clear that you'll find yourself working together on projects, provide solutions, and implement plans to benefit a wider range of people and to society. You are now at a threshold where you have to take a meaningful decision. They will have an influence in your future. Some of you will start your career, some will move on to pursue further education. Whichever step you take, you'll reach a stage where you will join the working life, where you'll face many challenges, where your decisions will be tested, and where you'll be rewarded for making the right decision. How far you go, how high you climb, will depend on your personal ambition, your resilience, and the effort you put in to develop your career. The days are long gone when students can hope to leave tertiary education with a set of skills that will enable them to gainfully employ in a particular job or employment for the rest of their working lives. As a student or a professional, you must constantly acquire new skills, reinvent yourself, stay relevant, and be on the lookout for opportunities that come along. Now, some of these areas are highlighted are very real in working life. Areas like challenges, areas like decision-making, and areas like seizing opportunities. How you handle this can shape your future. I will share with you some of my personal experiences and how I dealt with these many uncertainties that confronted me in my earlier professional career. You must be all wondering how a poly graduate eventually end up to be the CEO of a listed company in Singapore, managing hospitals. Now, I graduated from Singapore Polytechnic in 1978 with architectural draftsmanship and went on to pursue my bachelor building in Heroward, and I did my master's in project management. Hence, I learned to draw, I learned to build, and I learned to manage. I started my career with a New Zealand company as an architectural coordinator. And even with this first job interview, I never expected the challenge that faced me when I went for the interview. There were actually 12 shortlisted candidates for this position. And we were all given a design problem to solve. So what we did, we were put to cubicles and we said, look, this is a design, please come back with a solution. We did that, and we were each interviewed by the managing director, and I still remember his name, Mr. Maurice Clark. Up to now, I still contact him every now and then. And being the first job interview, all of us were pretty nervous. When my turn came, the MD went through my design solution. And he looked up and asked me, what is your educational background? And where I received my training. So I told him I was a Singapore Poly graduate and also a graduate from the Heroward University. I was taken aback when he looked at my design. He said, this is disgraceful. You know, this is disgraceful. You know, you call this a design? I was really shocked. First interview, you know. I spent the next 20 minutes arguing with him why I thought my design was correct. And it wasn't pleasant, you know. He argued back and argued, you know. In any case, I told myself, hey, I'm trained in Singapore Poly. I can't be wrong, you know. Well, that was my first challenge. And he told me, he said, Mr. Yeo, when we need you to call you back for a second interview, we will contact you. All right. So I left, never expected to return again. But 1 week later, I was called back. And I went to see the MD again. And he asked me how I felt the last interview. And I said, well, it wasn't really a pleasant interview, you know. And he said, I tell you what, I'm going to give you this job. All right. I said, I don't understand, you know. I said, last week, you know, we were literally on each other's throat. And this week you're telling me you're giving me a job, you know. And he said that out of the 12, 4 of you got it correct. But I told everyone they got it wrong. Everyone. All right. And you were the only one that argued with me that you were right. You see? And for that, I'm giving you this job. All right. So I'm not suggesting in the next interview you argue with your employers. All right? But it's important if you know what you're doing and you're confident of a decision, then you should justify your actions. Anyway, I got the job, and at that time I was paid 3,500. Not bad for a fresh graduate during that point in time. Now, a couple of years later, I was promoted to project manager, where I was managing the construction and development of the National University Hospital. Quite natural, I did what I was trained to do. Now, I must have done something right, because after completing the project, I was offered a position by the hospital as one of the hospital administrators. Now, this was honestly an opportunity to get out of my comfort zone. A totally new area, totally new challenge. But I asked myself, you know, I'm trained in project management, I'm trained in architectural, you know, will I fit in the hospital environment? So I had to take a decision. I weighed all the consequences and I decided to reject the offer. So I said, no, thank you. And I went with my company to New Zealand, where I was appointed as senior project manager for 3 projects in New Zealand. Now, this was another challenge. All right, working in a foreign country with the different cultures and business practice. Now, even in New Zealand in the early 80s, people are working 5 days a week. All right, and you find that Asians are always, they always say Asians spoils the market. All right, the New Zealanders who have gone back home early, the Asians will still work, you know. And you find that every Friday, most of the Asians will be working, and our manager has to drive us out from our office. And they say that, and you excuse the language, they say, hey guys, do you know tomorrow is a Poets Day? Poets Day. So I said, what is Poets Day? They say, piss off early, tomorrow Saturday. You know? So you see different cultures. Now, upon my return to Singapore, another opportunity came. Anyway, called me again and offered me a job. This time, a higher position with a higher pay. Now, having seen the offer, I could not say no. All right, and I took up the challenges. And I told myself I have to pick up new skills. I have to reinvent myself. I have to quickly learn the ropes. Because honestly, managing doctors are not easy. All right? So one of the tasks I was set to do was to go and develop mortuary services. Because it's part of the operations of the hospital. And to do that, I had to meet the late Professor Chow. Now, if you know Professor Chow, he's quite a big-sized man, you know. He loves to eat. He eats a lot, you know. And he said, come to his office. Well, that was easy enough. except that when I went to his office, he was not there. And I received a call from him. He says, Alan, come and join me for a sandwich lunch. I said, okay. I said, where shall I meet you? He said, in the mortuary, of course. I said, Prof, can I meet you somewhere else rather than the mortuary? He said, no, come to the mortuary. And I went there, and I was seeing cutting up a body, all right, doing a post-mortem, and the sandwich was very close to him, all right? And I stood at a distance, and he said, Alan, if you want to learn about mortuary services, come and see what I'm doing. Wow. I said, that was something that Poly didn't taught me, But anyway, I went, and I started to question myself, was it the right career move, you see? And I decided to say, doesn't matter. Let's take up this challenge. Right, let's take up this challenge. And I stayed in NUH for a good 6 years, managing both clinical and operational department. Now, that decision proved, honestly, to be the most important decision of my life. As if I had missed that opportunity, I think my career path would have taken a different route. And to be honest, many of the decisions that I had to take require good thinking skills, require good analytical skills, and these are the skills that you would have learned and acquired in your training in Singapore Poly. But the important thing, you must have the presence of mind to apply it. Now, once you have proven your professional worth, more job opportunities and job offers will come. In NUH, I received a call from Philip Yeo. At that time, he was the chairman of EDB, and they said, come and meet him. So I went to his office, and he said, well, it's time for you to do national service. And I told him I've done that many years ago. He said, no, this time I want you to take on the job as a CEO of the Bangalore IT Park in India. I look at myself again and say, my God, now India, So I said, fine, let's take on the challenge again. I discussed with my family. They said, I think it's good for your career, go. So I went. And that was in 1994. And at that time, India was honestly quite undeveloped. And I realized when I was in Bangalore, I was the only Chinese there. And day in, day out, I had been eating nasi biryani. All right, I was looking for Chinese restaurants, I couldn't find any, And one day, as I was walking the streets, I met another Chinese guy, and both of us looked at each other, asking ourselves, what are we doing here, And later, I told him what I was doing, and then later I asked him, I said, what are you doing here? He said, he's a chef. I said, wow, suddenly a Chinese chef. We became good friends, and in fact, he cooked for me practically every night. It was a tough posting, and honestly, certain time of the year, because of the shortage of electricity supply, I have to work at least about 2-3 months using kerosene lamps. All right, that was not easy. All right, and when I tried to groundbreak a project, all right, we've been preparing the project. When it's time to start work, on the day itself, I got a court order to stop because 7 parties claimed they owned the land. 7 parties, And I asked myself, why didn't they say it earlier? Why say it the moment you start the work? But because of the law, we had to actually go through the due process of the law. So we went court case, and of course, these were agitators, they were dismissed. Right? So you find that, many challenges. But the other challenges I face is because given that this is Singapore and government flagship project, I had to be very careful about managing expectations, all right, because there's some political so-called interest in it. So I have to carefully manage the differing expectations from both parties. And also, apart from managing the project, I had to manage relationship as well. So when I completed my duties in India, I was asked to join a loss-making hospital as a group CEO. And I turned around that loss-making company. I went to assume a position as the managing director of Mahkota Medical in Malacca. So if you see my career from New Zealand to India to Malaysia, right? And that was a hospital that I had to turn around as well, all right? So I've done that. And in 2002, I was asked by Thomson Medical Center to basically turn around also the company. And at the time, it was quite tough. In 2002, Thomson owns the bank quite a lot of debt, all right? And it was quite a difficult situation. I remember when my second day on the job, I went to see the bank, and they told me it was too late. They said it was too late. They said, you can take over the hospital. I said, my God, this is my shortest job ever. I was here yesterday, and today you're telling me I'm out of a job, is it? But I think finally they gave us some targets to achieve. Together with the team, we work on those targets, and we turned around Thomson and listed in 2005. And in 2007, I took Thomson to regional, to Vietnam. All right. So this was my career map so far. Now yours, I'm sure, will be a more challenging one. Given the huge stride that was made in the changing landscape of economic development, technological advancement, information technology, and globalization. With all this dynamic of progress, you must start to prepare and plan for your future. While it's quite likely that you will start your career in Singapore, you must also set your eyes on the opportunities in the region, as they are indeed exciting and excellent opportunities where your skills will be much needed there. Take Vietnam for example. Our interest in Vietnam is the sheer size of the market potential. Now, Thomson's main business is in the delivery of babies. Now, in Singapore each year, we delivered, when I say we have, Singapore national deliveries is 39,000 a year. In Vietnam, one hospital does 56,000. One hospital, 56,000. 1 year, they deliver 1 million babies. 5 years, they wrap up whole of Singapore. Now, Vietnam has 89 million people, and 65% of the population are below the age of 30. All right. Vietnam infrastructure is still very inadequate. And the government knows that to attract foreign investment, they must give and provide good infrastructure. So they'll be looking at expertise from the region, and they've identified Singapore as the preferred partner for this transfer of technology. And I can assure you, designers and engineers can do a lot in Vietnam. Now, as you leave this convention center today, your status will change. You're now a professional, you have acquired skills, and you're ready to contribute. You must have a roadmap to guide you from where you are to where you intend to go and to achieve in the future. Consider this. You went through primary education, secondary education, and now tertiary education. And in each of these levels, you do your best to get the best results. Your presence here today shows that you have all done well in your academic pursuit. Now, all this effort you have put in place is to prepare yourself adequately for your future. Now, if you look at even in the past, consider John F. Kennedy, when he challenged the Americans to go to the moon. Ronald Reagan, challenging Germany to tear down this wall for an end to a divided Germany. Martin Luther King, I have a dream on racial equality. Gandhi's non-violent liberation movement. Now, as different as these men were, as different as with the stated goal, they had one thing in common, a very clearly articulate vision of the future that they hope to see and the future they hope to become reality. Now, you too can articulate your vision for your future and work towards turning that future into reality. Now, when Martin Luther King, he not only articulated his vision with certainty, when he said, "I have a dream," he knew precisely the future he was pointing to, working towards, driving towards, and every action he took, every idea he championed was designed to get him towards the desired future. Now, James Canton, a futurist and author of the book, The Extreme Future, he wrote that to improve foresight and decision, one should develop predictive awareness. Now, developing a predictive awareness about the future is about knowing where to look, what to see, and how to apply it for benefit. He even ventured that you can plan your own future, but you will need A, a future vision, B, a sound strategy to get there, C, the tools to persuade key stakeholders, like your colleagues, your teammates, your family members, to a shared vision and strategy. And importantly, you must have effective execution. When you plan for your future, you must also know that changes are evolving rapidly. So in facing your future, you must be adept in managing the many changes that will come your way. As designers and engineers, you manipulate materials, symbols, and objects. And this will keep changing. And will be replaced by new ideas, new objects. It is only inevitable that cultures will evolve, lifestyles and behaviors will mutate, and job scope of your professions will change. You too must expect this change to happen. Be ready for this change. Be resilient to face and manage this change to the desired results. In fact, in design, it is quite clear that the designer and engineers have to take the lead in dialogue between all partners and stakeholders involved. And this will come in the form of a team consisting of diverse roles from different walks of life. I think it's quite clear when you work in the future, you're not working with yourself, you're working with other people. Whether it's social scientists, whether it's business people, whether it's consumers, you will work with them. Now, design and engineering was and is always interdisciplinary. The reality of a mixed team of specialists and generalists working on projects that require complex integrated solutions that span psychology, business, engineering, arts, social science, and other disciplines required to complete the solution. Hence, apart from your competency in design and engineering, you must have good understanding of diverse views from other disciplines, and as a lead professional, you must also develop good people management skills. One important attribute in successful professional is the ability to manage the different personality that they have to work with. You'll certainly be more effective if you can manage people well. Now, prospects for designers and engineers are excellent, and Singapore may turn out to be a great place to graduate as a designer and engineer. If you read the recently published Economic Strategies Committee report, there's an economic master plan that's going to affect your lives in a big way, targeting finance, business, and energy, arts, and design sector. The plan is to make Singapore into Asian innovation capital and specifically transform Singapore into Asian hub for thought and practice leadership. One of the engines that will drive this forward is design-driven innovation. Now, according to this master plan, there'll be more effort and emphasis to increase design, research, development, and industry collaboration. Even more exciting is that products and services designed in Singapore will be highlighted and promoted heavily in Singapore and in the region. You don't have to look far to see some of these efforts are already underway. If you check out the initiatives by the Design Council of Singapore, you'll find that a number of business and scholarships opportunities available. Also, the opening of the 4th university, Singapore University for Technology and Design, represent another milestone and another avenue for you to develop and deepen your mastery of design. The future for design and engineering is bright. Now, in summary, you have reached a different status. You are a well-trained graduate from Singapore Poly, a well-recognized premier tertiary institution. Believe me, you'll be well sought after. You will start to plan for your future. You begin to appreciate from here on, apart from the skills you now have, you need to learn new skills. You need to stay relevant. And very importantly, look out for opportunities that come your way. Remember, honestly remember, how far you go and how high you climb depends on your personal ambition, your roadmap for the future, and the effort you put in. However, there's one thing I hope we will all embrace, that we may all continue our learning journey, collaborate, and create a future together and bring the future closer to all of us. I'm hopeful and confident that all of you will do great things to design and engineer new, vibrant works that will make us proud and make a positive difference to the lives of the people that we touch. I'm certain in the near future, I'll read about the exciting accomplishment and breakthrough from our Singapore Poly alumnus. Who knows, that alumnus could be you. As a parent, I must pay tribute to all parents here today for the steadfast support and standing alongside your son, your daughter, in their academic achievement. I also offer you my congratulations. In the first graduation session, one of the students spoke with much passion about the lecturers and the admin staff from Poly. He said the lectures were colorful and fun. Learning to them was enjoyable. To this special team of professional lecturers and administrative staff, the graduate achievements are your achievements. You have taken them in as young, innocent students, groomed them, nurtured them, and equipped them. Now they're ready to face the world and ready to contribute to society and to the country. To all graduates, you have made your parents and your lecturer proud. And I would suggest after this graduation, you should all go to your parents and give them a good hug and give them a good thank you. And my congratulations to all of you on your achievement, and I wish you all a bright future ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yeo. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the presentation of diplomas to the graduates. This afternoon, we will be presenting diplomas and other awards to 156 graduates from the School of Design and 293 graduates from the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. May I now call upon the Director of the School of Design, Mr. Faris Akbar Hashemaideen, to present the diplomas. Mr. Faris, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Creative Media Design.
Abdul Haq bin Abdul Fattah. Brenda Lee Ying Ying. Cheng Zikai Nielsen. Cheryl Rahajo. Chia Pei Ying. Go Yi Yong Nicholas. Kenneth Tan Wei Kwan. Li Jin Yi. Lim Wai Yip. Lim Chen Wen. Luo Shi Ying. Nicholas Lin Su Hao. Octaviani Isabella Dristisari. Reni Maria binti Muhammad Rusli S. Tan Quan Lin. Tan Leng Zi Darren. Tan Yong Kang. Theng Jia Ling Angela. Wang Yun Wei. Zheng Wenjie Kenneth. Zhang Minhua.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Games Design and Development.
Alvin Teo Tianzi. Ang Guo Rong Benjamin. Benjamin Lim Zi An. Chan Ka Lok Victor. Deng Wei Guang. Eugene Tan Yong Tat. Feng Shihao Nicholas. Ho Kien Yi Daryl. Ho Pei Chuan. Kesavan Radha Krishnan. Quan Le Nian. Lin Shun Ding. Melvin Sebastian Chandra. Na Wee Kyung. Ng Chin Kyung, Sherwin Wee, Sim Jin Yi Clarence, Tan Zijie, Teo Jia-min, Teo Chun-kiet, Wilson Halim, Yap Wei Ming, Wu Bingjun Wallace,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Interior Design.
Anglia Wijaya, Atisya binti Ibrahiman, Ang Hui Jie, Kelly Loy Kai Lee, Chan Boon Singh, Chan Li Lian Grace, Chan Yen Yen Leslie, Chen Rong, Chia Ka Wei Edwin, Chu Hong Yen, Go Jianping, Gui Sok Hui, Havinder Kaur, Hazira binti Muhammad Indra, Ho Fang Xia, Kang Soo Jin, Kin Mei Lin, Ko Siu Min, Lam Yu Xiang Lopez, Li Pei Ling Amanda, Liao Wan Li, Liu Riqi, Lin Kai Li, Luo Li Wei, Luo Guan Yi, Muhammad Haziq bin Haider, Mu Qianqian, Ng Shuhua, Nur Fadila binti Muhammad Ali, Nurul Huda binti Muhammad Noor, Ong Ju Ping, Shuchuk Anita Theresa, Siti Noharsana binti Sharif, Sun Yi Wei Edwin, Tan King Chok, Teng Man Wai, Teo Yu Qi Patricia, To Yi Lin, Wan Xiaotian, Wang Xueru, Weng Mingfu, Wang Yumei Esther, Yan Xingying Jocelyn, Ye Jiamin, Zawani Khairunisa binti Fadila Essi,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Experience and Product Design.
Muhammad Junaidi bin Abdul Wahid, Ang Hui Lin, Zhang Zimin, Cheng Zaiwei, Chen Kahui, Chua Hui Fang Yvonne, Cindy Lo Jiehui, Fu Shijia, Go Wei Ting, Li Wenchen, Lim Bi Wei, Lo Ying Ying, Lam Zhi Hao Glen, Muhammad Shah bin Muhammad Narseh, Ng Shi Hui, Ng Yong Xian, Ong Ting Jie, Safia binti Abdullah, Sim Yi Xiang Elvin, Sam Kok Kid, Tan Pui Gik, Tan Wei Jian Dennis, Tan Wen Rong Paul, Tan Ying Zhu Trisha, Tio Chi Eunice, Tio Wei Lun, Te Li Ping, Vanessa Louis Sin Yi, Wang Min, Yang Si Ying, Yong Kang Chai, Yong Yi Kai,
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the list of graduates from the School of Design. Thank you, Mr. Faris. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present diplomas to the graduates from the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. May I call upon Mr. Ng Weng Lam, Director of the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, to present the diplomas. Mr. Ng, please. The graduates for the diploma in bioelectronics.
Samuel Kuniawan, Chia Bu Cheng, Fortune Lin, Lim Tek Wee, Lim Chong Yang Vance, Niwasini P. Seminathan, Noor Amira binti Muhammad, Noor Hanisa binti Salan, Noor Hazwani Begum Abdul Latif, Pei Kim Chai Alex, Tan Shu Min, Teo Ti Yuan, Tae Ray Wen, Yang Yang, Yo Yo Ren Eugene, Yuan Kangping,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Computer and Network Technology.
Anjum, Zhang Min, Chen Qiaodong, Cui Lin Lin, Ding Zhang, Dong Xuan, Dou Yiran, Lam Yanhao, Li Weichong, Li Xin, Lin Qing, Liu Chongyi, Liu Xian, Liu Yunxia, Ong Shuyi, Pan Bo, Sun Yue, Wang Chaoran, Xu Jiawei, Yang Shouchen, Qiu Jixiang,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Computer Engineering.
Adnan bin Hanafi, Heng Kai Young Edmund, Jia Yin, Ko Chia Lin, Li Mingxia, Nguyen Kok Trung, Sim Yuan Sin Stephanie, Tan Cheng Hui Ernest, Tian Chao, Abdul Mukmin bin Abdul Manan, Abel Chiu Ka Kian, Alvin Tan Yi Kai, Alvin Yong Wai Hong, Ang Pei Chi, Ang Wei Kite, Ang Yuan Feng, Basharath Ali, Benjamin C. Tian Yo, Chai Shu Lan, Caroline Lim Jie Ting, Chai De Ren, Chan Zijun, Chen Nanyo, Chiu Chin Hao Derry, Chiu Zijie Joshua, Chiu Kang Ling Michael, Chong Leong Shing, Chua Jia Shing, Clement Liu Kiet Hung, Davishnu Gunasakaran, Divni Naresh Kumar, Ding Wei Ming, Gina So Wei Ling, Go Ching Yong, Go Dao Zhe, Go Wan Sin, Go Yi Chong, Gong Xiaochen, Guo Jianhong, Hao Sijie, Jiang Shuang, Johnston Chang Si Dun, Kong Tut Zo, Kenneth Wei Chong, Ku Wei Ju, Ko Wei Kiet, Ko Wei Da, Kok Bing Qiang, Lam Yao Ming, Li Yongling, Li Yongyi Irving, Li Zhipeng, Lim Teck Hua, Lim Xueqi, Lin Liqing, Liu Zhoupu, Liu Lili, Liu Xue, Long Tianhao, Luo Chunhua Edwin, Ma Zheng, Mong So Mo Wei, Mi Zhentao, Muhammad Rizwan bin Yusuf, Muhammad Farhan bin Yusi, Muhammad Hidayah bin Muhammad Fadali, Muhammad Tajuddin bin Azmi, Ne Myo Wai Lin, Ng Junjie, Ng Qianwei, Ng Pei Ling, Ng Wei Hao Nico, Ng Yuqin, 牛一号，翁清凯 Edwin，翁哲凯，翁晨阳，欧建乐，Pocock Y Andy，Pradeep R Sethu Madhavan，Rinto Riferian bin Rajiman，Samuel Tan Yi Yao，Sathya Kumaran Hasari Ganesan，Seet Singh Jian Ronald，Shamugam Thamil Selvam，Sean Martin Fernandez，Sim Kim Lee，曾一翔，宋延达 James，谭春锦，谭家庆，谭坚强 Edwin，谭建伟 Leslie，谭明翰，谭抛森，谭伟勇，谭子良，Tae Kian Yik，Tae Liang Chun，Teddy，Tae Wei Liang Julian，邱君豪，邱坤平，邱志豪，Terence To Wei Ming，苏燕，Tata Colin Jajadi，托真凯，汤伟聪，王丽娟， Wayne Tan Wei Ping, Wu Yuanxin Alina, Win Lei Piu, Yan Ming, Yang Li Jia, You Su Hui, Yu Changxin,
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the post-diploma courses.
Arsevatham Rabbi Vinu, Ganesan Palaniselvam, Go Jingxiang, Min Ong Miat So, Min Cho U, Muthu Muthu Perumal, Miat Thu So, Ni Ni Ung, Raja Manika Muthi, San Mien Ung, Srinivasa Reddy Hanumappa, Thiagarajan Pandyan, Yi Nang Tun, Zam Swan Kim, Zaw Myo Win, Zayate, Aka Ung, Anbalagan Sivakuma, Yi Yi Leng, Ko Ze La, Lim Song Kyang Rock, Lim Tong Tek Kelvin, Myo Win, Natarajan Kathikeyan, Radha Krishnan Srinivasan, Ramakrishnan Chanthil Kumar, Then Gi Ai, Tien Myung Ang. Tun Tun Min. Yu Ong Bobo.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the list of graduates from the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering for this session. Thank you, Mr. Ng. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present the prizes. May I invite Mr. Johnny Tan, member of the Singapore Polytechnic Board of Governors, to present the following prizes. Mr. Tan, please. From the Diploma in Creative Media Design course, the Art Friend Prize, Go Jin Young. From the Diploma in Games Design and Development course, the School of Design Prize, Xiu Jia Yi. The Art Friend Prize, Samuel Teo Shun. From the Diploma in Interior Design course, the Art Friend Prize, Chong Wan Ying. The Ong and Ong Prize, Fiona Chua Shi Yi. The Popular Prize, Ng Wee Chai. From the Diploma in Experience and Product Design course, the Art Friend Prize, Pang Rui Hon. From the Diploma in Computer and Network Technology course, receiving the Breeze Asia prizes, Alex Tri Wei Jie. Zhao Baoxi. From the Diploma in Computer Engineering course, the PSA Prize, Chen Ziyu. The National Instruments Prize, Mabel Fu Mei Ling. The Jason Electronics Prize, Tin Lin Jaw. The Geol Asia Prize, San Wai Tun. The Cadence Prize, Tan Zhi Xiang. That concludes the presentation of prizes. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present medals to our top graduates for excelling in their courses of study. May I invite Mr. Alan Yo Hui Tiong, Group Chief Executive of Thomson Medical Centre Limited, to present the medals. Mr. Yo, please. From the Diploma in Creative Media Design course, the School of Design Silver Medal is awarded to Kong Jia Hui. From the Diploma in Games Design and Development course, the School of Design Silver Medal is awarded to Ong Zhi Tian. The School of Design Gold Medal is awarded to Roy Lim Jun Yu. From the Diploma in Interior Design course, the Constant Design Silver Medal is awarded to Yo Chiu Yin. The School of Design Gold Medal is awarded to Jonathan Tan Min Tek. From the Diploma in Experience and Product Design course, the Hans Tan Studio Silver Medal is awarded to Hua Chiu Hua. The School of Design Gold Medal is awarded to Ivan Chok Jun Hua. From the Diploma in Bioelectronics course, the Star Medical Silver Medal and the Asiatic Engineering Prize are awarded to Narul Rauda Binte Abdul Malik. The Nihon Koden Gold Medal and the Biomedical Engineering Society Prize are awarded to Kyu Kok Wen. From the Diploma in Computer Engineering course, the IBM Silver Medal and the PSA Prize are awarded to Ulyss. The Cisco Systems Gold Medal and the Infineon Technologies Prize are awarded to Sunadi. From the Advanced Diploma in Process Control and Instrumentation course, the Singapore Polytechnic Graduates Guild Gold Medal is awarded to Srinivasan Ramachandran. That concludes the presentation of top medals. Thank you, Mr. Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, giving the valedictory speech this afternoon is Mr. Glenn Lam, a graduate of the Diploma course in Experience and Product Design. May I now call upon Glenn to deliver the farewell address on behalf of the new graduates. Glenn, please.
A very good afternoon to our guest speaker, Mr. Alan Yeo Hui Tiong, Member of the Board of Governors, Mr. Johnny Tan, Principal, Mr. Tan Han Cheong, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, I congratulate all of you today for having made it this far. Today marks your rite of passage. Since we are gathered here today as designers and engineers, I'd like to take this time to try something new. I want to convince you that there is nothing special about today. I want to persuade you to believe that today is but just another ordinary day. I'm probably the most unlikely person to be saying this to you. However, the reason is because I have a belief that we are here because of the dreams of others. Allow me to explain. SP's Overseas Community Service Team has recently returned from a month-long trip in the Philippines, living and working in rural Iloilo amidst drought and water shortage. The team was a mixed bag of engineers, life science students, business students, and myself, a designer. We pooled our resources and made electricity available to 15 indigenous homes and an elementary school. Now the villagers, they were elated, but it wasn't the brand new light bulbs that made them happy. No, it went much deeper than that. They glimpsed with their eyes, felt with their hands, and listened with their ears to a world beyond their own. And like old relatives, having spent a lifetime apart, we connected as human beings. And that was their dream. It was ours too. What we do is not about us. It's never about us. We are here because of the dreams of others. As a student of experience and product design, I engaged in field research, user-centric design, and work attachments, venturing to various cultures and societies unlike our own. I lived alongside people who taught me to see beyond myself and my own needs. Amazing individuals who opened my eyes to the insanities of mankind, the beauty that unfolds each day, and the things in between. Those were their dreams for me. Receiving this diploma means a lot to me. Having witnessed so much in my time here in SP, I know that I am now a better person. One who has realized that he neither stands nor strives alone. He follows in the ideals of antiquity and participates in the dreams of others so that he may give life to his own. Peering inside the vast intermingling of things, one soon realizes that dreams unfold by the second. Graduation is but one dream in a million others. So see your graduation not as an end, not even as a beginning, but just another quietly exciting day of the many to come in the continuum of your lives. A designer, Jasper Morrison, once said, "The events that really make a difference to our lives are often the least noticeable ones, that don't try to grab our attention. They are the events that add something to the atmosphere of our lives and that we'd miss most if they disappeared. And that's why they're supernormal." So, let's make today supernormal. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony is now adjourned. May I invite all to stand? The procession groups will now leave the convention hall. Thank you for your patience. Please join us for the tea reception at the plaza outside the convention center. May I invite parents and guests to leave the convention center first. Have a good day.